time for some 814 Sips. Mike Kessling from the Altoona Curve and Rob from Levity Brewing Company. Gents, welcome back. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having us back.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We are back with Pints for Vets. We got another year of this awesome event, all helping out the local veterans. Rob, you're going to be one of over 30 we got beer, wine, and spirits coming to this. One of over 30 vendors for this awesome event.
Bunch of non-alcoholic vendors as well. So it kind of runs the gamut of things to do there. But ask Rob about these beers. He's got two that are very, very near and dear to my
I'm sure
heart.
everybody's seen these two before.
Yeah, I've definitely tried these. I think I've tried the brown too. Yeah, I always
bring the brown because the label is just super cool.
I love it, yeah. So yeah, but then this one is brand new?
Yes, this is a beer we released last week. It's a Hefeweizen, and it's part of our Freedom Seeker series that we do every 2 years in conjunction with the Blairsville Underground Railroad. So we pick 4 individuals from the Underground Railroad, tell a little story on each can, and brew a beer, release it. It's a fun thing that we do every year, or every 2 years for that one. So
I love that, man.
The two in the middle, obviously, are a collaboration with the Altoona Curve and Kessling over here, and then Hoodlebug is our brown ale, one of our flagship beers named after the Rails for Trails in Indiana, PA, called the Hoodlebug Trail.
Yeah, man, I've tried all these. I don't know, do you want to crack open this new one, maybe, and give this a shot? So,
do you know how to do that? You need help with it?
Actually, I mean, you're the expert. I don't want to mess it up, and you're going to be pouring into one of the sampling glasses that folks will get at the event, Mike.
Yeah, that comes with your ticket. Because there's so many options, we have to limit it a little bit. You know, so it's, you know, a lot, especially spirits, you want to go all that. Look at that.
Of course. Look at that nice pour.
Yeah, I haven't seen it with any liquid in it.
Yeah, it looks even better.
Because we've got, of course, the Pints for Vets logo on the front, you know, with War Trucking. Oh, there we go, we're on that one. And then on the back, we have a really cool quote from Ronald Reagan about veterans. Would you like to read it since I'm showing mine into the camera?
Sure, yeah. Should I do my Ronald Reagan impression? Yeah. Some people live an entire lifetime and wonder if they have ever made a difference in the world. A veteran doesn't have that problem. That's a great quote.
That is a great quote because, you know, this whole event, it's fun, it's awesome. Obviously, last year was the first year we did it, but it benefits Band of Heroes Outdoors. And, you know, there's a fair amount of veteran nonprofits, all of them warranted, but this one really goes after like kind of an important thing. It's veteran suicide, preventing veteran suicide. So the founder, Wes Young, you know, obviously he served. One of his friends died by suicide after getting out. So it's near and dear to his heart, near and dear all of our hearts. And, you know, at the Curve, we're very committed to our veterans. You know, we have some of the best and most dense population of veterans here in central Pennsylvania. So to be able to partner up and not just be able to bring great local partners like Levity, you know, to the public and a great public event, but it's really behind the scenes, you know, what the mission is. So yeah, let's try this because I've been talking to them. I mean, you have time to fill, so.
Exactly, yeah. I've taken a couple sips. Rob, I'm getting, I mean, what kind of notes should I be getting with this?
A typical Hefeweizen is a German wheat beer, so you'll get notes of banana, sometimes clove, those types of things. This is very subtle on the clove, but more banana forward and wheaty forward, so.
Yeah, I like that. I like the wheat in that. I mean, Rob, I'm sure for you, getting involved in things like this, it's really special for you guys.
Yeah, honestly, like, one of my big things based out of Altoona here at our location is just local collaborations. Obviously, Mike and I have talked about that in the past. And doing different events, different beers with local organizations like, you know, Pints for Vets is a great one that we do. We're going to do every year with these guys now, too. Wes is a great individual. Him and I talk a lot about different events and things like that we can do together. So we're just happy to be a part of it, and any other community organizations we can help out, we'd love to do so as well. So.
Yeah, man, for sure. For the whiskey lovers out there, we got some special Tennessee whiskey celebs.
Yeah, so, you know, last year we had Mark and Digger from Discovery Channel's Moonshiners. Well, unfortunately, they absolutely love the event, but they're in Colorado during this time. So they're sending 2 other people from the Moonshiners TV show. JJ Jackson, who's actually from Pennsylvania, and his moonshine will be there to be able to purchase. He'll sign it and all that stuff. And then Kelly Williamson as well. So, you know, our VIP meet and greet's $50. You get in an extra hour early, so you can kind of get in before the rest of the crowd and sample everything. Plus, you get the meet and greet. It's the only way you'll get the personal meet and greet with those two is with that ticket. So to be able to bring, you know, all these vendors from our area, plus a little bit of celebrity power, it's kind of a cool thing. It's also right up there with like how the curve works. You know?
Right.
So and it's going to be throughout the whole ballpark. So you come watch a curve game. Well, this time you're going to be able to come and like visit local vendors, taste a bunch of cool stuff, buy a bunch of cool stuff. I know last year I put a little dent in my wallet there. Bought quite a few things. But, no, it's a really fun event. It's like very relaxed, and it's just a great way, another great way to spend time at the ballpark.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's another thing. There's always things going on at PNG Field when the Curve are away, including Swing Fest, the second edition coming up Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday home game through August. Well, every Thursday we don't have a home game through August. We have that Wing Fest. We brought, from Legion Park in Hollidaysburg into the ballpark, put a different restaurant in stands 1, 2, and 3. We have live music. It's free admission. And it's another way to just hang out at the ballpark. We, a lot of times we'll have Schumann's concessions there. So it's just fun, I mean, I live there basically in the summer anyway. So I figure why not do some fun stuff? And we have other things that we'll talk about probably at a later date that, we're working on behind the scenes now. So it's just always moving in Curve PA.
Oh, that is for sure. Swing Fest available for everyone, by the way, right?
Yeah. That's so. Pints for Vets is a 21 and over event, but like Swing Fest is all ages. So you can come and the kids can run around responsibly and have a great time in the ballpark.
You get a sweet little discount if you get tickets to Pints for Vets in advance.
Yes, so before Saturday, the general admission tickets are $30. If you wait till the day of, they go up to $40. So you want to buy those early. The VIPs are $50 across the board because you get that extra hour. You get, to meet our stars, our celebrities coming in. And I know last year there was quite a line. I didn't know Moonshiners was as popular as it was. And I didn't even know I liked Moonshine until this event. And I was like, oh, this is something. So yeah, you get to come in an hour and then just kind of peruse at your own leisure. And we only have, a limited amount of VIPs available. So, we try to keep it a little down and make it a little more exclusive and a little more special for our VIPs.
Right, yeah, get them while you can. And, try something new. Rob, is it going to be just these 4? What you going to have?
We'll have 4 different varieties of beer there. I'm not sure quite yet what we're going to bring. I'll work on that today or tomorrow. So we just had our big event downtown in Altoona on Saturday, so we're replenishing our beer stock.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was great. Honestly, the weather was perfect. It was a good time. A lot of bands, a lot of people came out, so it was fun.
Yeah, a weekend without rain.
I know.
Maybe that was possible.
It couldn't have been better.
And the Curve were home.
And we were, someday I'm going to talk with Rob and be like, maybe I'd like to come to one of these events downtown.
We'll start to plan our schedules accordingly.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I have to have a free weekend.
Do you have free days ever?
No, I mean, they closed the office today, but here I am.
Yeah.
But no, it's awesome because, like Levity, we talked about the importance of working with local businesses, and Levity's great because obviously we try to bring as much as we can at the ballpark, but, these guys kind of take it in their own hands and do a bunch of cool stuff downtown too. So, it's really cool to work with people that care about the community.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. I love when everyone collabs together. It's such a great thing to see. We got a special homestand coming up leading up to Independence Day.
We do, July 1st through 3rd. It's a weird 3-game I mean, we just came off a 12-game homestand.
Yeah.
So, that's why I look like this. But, yeah, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but we've had a couple rainouts. I know.
What?
I know.
No way.
Just a couple.
Get out.
So I think we've only had 3. So we're doing well as opposed to the rest of the Northeast. But one of those was our historic Oregon Trail night.
Okay.
Which is only about the Oregon Trail itself and not the video game that's really fun and cool and special to all of us. And I've had a lot of fans come up since then saying, oh man, I really want to do Oregon Trail night. I want to see what you guys did. So we're actually going to do that on July 1st.
Okay.
Mostly because we have all the props and games ready and costumes. So we're going to do that on July 1st to kick that. It's only a 3-game homestand against Harrisburg. So we'll do that. It's also our next Pace Cerados game. So our Copa identity comes out. And then on July 2nd is Hawaiian night. And for the first time ever, I'm going to walk off frame.
That is incredible.
Because I didn't know you were going to do this right
TV.
now. So it is live. People see how I am at the ballpark. So we're going to do, I was going to wear this, but we'll just hold it up. So we've never done a Hawaiian shirt. The Pirates have been doing one for years.
Do you want to show that to Julia right here? You want to
Hi, Julia. Look at that. I like to give Julia a shout out. She's always behind the camera.
Right, yeah.
So the Pirates do these, Hawaiian shirts every year. We've been trying to do one, and finally this year, Nate was like, let's Let's do a Hawaiian
Still
shirt.
a Hawaiian shirt.
So this is, we went with blue, something a little different, something besides, you know, brick, tan, or bronze, or gray, or black. Yeah, get a little color in there. Good. So the first 1,000 fans will get this on July 2nd on Hawaiian night, which is always a fun night. People really like to dress up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rob's been there with like a little,
Wear a lay.
a little lay on there with
Maybe a hula skirt.
enjoying one of our 2 levity beers there. Maybe a hula. That's usually my thing. But I have extra hula skirts if you want to.
We'll see.
So that'll be on July 2nd, which will be fun. And like I said, Hawaiian night. And then on July 3rd, it's Independence Day celebration. So we've got giant boomers. We've gotten a lot of comments on our fireworks shows this year. They've been revamped. They're very epic now. So it's going to be a very big show. It's going to. I have heard the finale is worth the price of admission alone.
Wow.
Okay.
So, you know, we'll have, of course, obviously, our patriotic music. We also have our third base picnic. We have that Stuckey Picnic Pavilion.
Yeah.
Normally, to get down there and get that 2-hour buffet, you have to have a group. Well, on July 3rd, we're doing individual tickets. So it's 2 hours of burgers, dogs, ribs, I think it's potato salad, chips, cookies, soda. I mean, it's a ton of stuff. We start that when we open gates. It goes through the first hour of the game, and it's one of those rare times that you can get individual. And then you get to sit down there, which is basically field level, so you can, like, you know, talk to maybe the umpire or the left fielder, you know, stuff like that. But it feels like you're sitting on the field. It's a really, and then we did install netting down there as well. So it's a little safer since you are field level. They kind of scream in there sometimes. But this is one of those rare times you can actually, as an individual or a very small group, buy these tickets on July 3rd. So I'm looking very much, even though we just got off 12 games, it was a great 12 games. We had a bunch of people. We had a ton of fun. Our promotions are Weird Al night on Saturday.
Don't you mean Strange Al?
Strange Albert night.
Strange Al.
Strange Albert night is what I mean.
He didn't say that.
No, it was great, except I had to wear a big Weird Al.
Sounds
More big. Yeah, it was a little warm. But, like, you know, no rain. So it was kind of,
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, July 1st through 3rd, we're back. And then we go away, and then another 3-game series. July's a weird month.
Yeah.
But the Blair County Crickets, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, Pints for Vets this Saturday. The tickets, $30 you buy them now, $40 the day of, $50 is the VIP. AltoonaCurve.com. You can stop out and see us. You know, Levity plus, you know, other vendors will be out there. And again, it does benefit Band of Heroes Outdoors, who battle veteran suicide. So we have a lot of fun, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty and to the bolts, we're battling veteran suicide. So come out and support this awesome event.
Yep, all for such a great cause. And remember, you can get tickets in advance, save a little bit on that, and we have all that information over on our website, WTAJ.com. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's really good. It's very refreshing, especially on a day like today.
Exactly. Yeah, this is needed for something like
Stop
that.
by Levity later and you know, get some of this stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Mike, Rob, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.